Welcome back to our halftime show here on K105. It's time for another edition of Cougar Conversations today, joined by Superintendent Doug Robinson, getting us ready for the brand new school year. And Superintendent, you had the new start to the new year. You've been back in for a couple of weeks now. How has the start gone?
Hey, thanks, Sam. We've had we've had a great start of the school year. We've had a lot of it was a lot of preparation to get things ready. We had a lot of construction this summer, but we were able to kind of pull those off to get our air back going. But we've had a lot of smiling faces the first week and a half.
You mentioned the construction, and that's kind of one of the first points that I went, is because I think for the most part, every school had something going on really this summer. What have been some of those construction projects, and how have they been going?
Yeah, they've been going well. We had a major renovation there at the middle school, and it's been going on for about a year, and we've got about 6 months left. But we've tried to tackle the HVAC at the middle school, a new ceiling grid, and LED lighting, and we've done some work in the gym and the locker rooms there as well. Nice. Down at Caneyville, we're doing the same thing with the heating and cooling, ceiling, and we also, there at Caneyville, we've had some foundation problems. We had to come in and kind of stabilize the foundation on one end of the building, and you've seen that at the high school. We've had a little bit of the gym wall kind of leaning out, so we've had to do some repair work on that as well at the high school.
I know that every school year, and even it might be multiple school years, you all try to do some semblance of a theme for the year. And I know you've got a new one this year. What is that theme, and how do you want the students to take that and run with it?
Yeah. Every year this year's just kind of been focused on kind of what we're here for, and that's really our primary focus is teaching students. And I love talking about or being involved with the student, the learning process of school.
I know that I have been in and out of the district. We've been filming commercials, we've been filming the students, and I know that back to school, it's always the sign of optimism in my eyes for what these students have. You see the smiles on the faces, seeing the kids. Do you kind of get that feel that the kids are just happy to be back? And you already know that the parents are happy to get them out as well.
Yeah, it's a fresh start every year, and it's kind of it's a reboot in a sense. For the students, they come in with a fresh start. The teachers come in with a fresh new class. And so, yeah, I think everybody was just, I have the back to school jitters in my stomach when school's about ready to get started. So I know the students do and our staff as well. And it is an excitement.
I know that this year we're celebrating a milestone, as especially at Grayson County High School. It's the 50th year that the school has been open, and because of that, you're having like the 50th year of Cougar football, 50th year of Cougar basketball, and so on, and across all of the sports. You've been lucky enough to really serve in every single role in Cougar sports. You've been a coach, you've been a player, you've been a dad, you've been a superintendent, you've been a principal. When you think back across those 50 years, what are some of your favorite memories across all of those roles?
Yeah, one thing about the football alumni association is doing something next week there with Mr. Lush and his crew, and just getting to meet some of those people that played years before I was even around here, and talking about their impact that the programs have had on them. And so to me, that's the neat part, is looking over the 50 years of just the good quality people that's been involved in those programs.
You mentioned that with Roger Lush, and that was actually my next question, because obviously this is airing right now during the Edmonson County games, so less than a week from when this is airing on Thursday, it is going to be his Alumni Association banquet. I know Coach Mick Caba, who is the first ever head coach for Cougar football, is going to be speaking. You are going to be speaking. What do you think that night is going to look like, and what is it going to feel like to see all of the eras of Cougar football and really Grayson County High School come together?
Yeah, I've never met Coach, and so I'm just kind of interested in meeting him and listening to some of their stories when they first get those programs going. And, when the school consolidated, it was kind of trying to bring everybody together under one roof as Grayson County. So I think it'd be interesting seeing their perspective and just listen to those stories of some of the different coaches during the time period.
I know we're really excited to get the sports year rolling again. You still get to be a dad for at least a couple of more years and cheering on and cheering on Hayden playing on the basketball team. But as a whole, how do you feel about the Cougars this year?
Yeah, I feel pretty optimistic just listening to some of the kids that have come in and out of my house, whether it's football or cross country, some of those basketball's coming up. So, one thing I will say, I've been around some of those kids since they were around preschool. They are a great group of young men and young ladies that represent the Cougars on a day in and day out basis. So I'm excited to get this year going sports-wise.
We're excited as well, and I know we'll be talking to you again throughout the season as well. So what we'll do is we'll get back to the action. This has been your first edition of Cougar Conversations for this year.